It all happened very quickly.
I said to her, "Debbie, you're having a stroke."
I, of course, said, no, I'm not. I just couldn't believe it, that it had happened to me. But then I knew that it did happen to me. And because it happened to me, it can happen to anyone. I was at work. I had gone out to pick up something for lunch, came back to the office, stepped off our elevator, and I felt my left arm and hand tingling. As I walked down the hallway, I kept dropping my car keys. Finally, I just decided, after stooping down to pick them up 3 times, I just think I need to sit down here in the hallway for a moment. And then I thought it'd be a great idea to just lie down in the middle of the hallway.
I was sitting in my office one day, really felt impressed to go outside. And I left my office and went to the hall door, and when I opened it, Debbie was on the floor right outside the door. And I called her name, and when she looked up and spoke to me, the left side of her mouth didn't move.
She knew immediately that I had a stroke. She knew fast.
When somebody is having a stroke, it's so important that they are treated quickly. Every minute passes with a stroke, millions of cells are dying. The sooner they get to the right treatment, the better will be the outcome, and the survival rate will be higher.
EMS got there very quickly, and they put me on a gurney, and they took me down into an ambulance, and we started on our way to the medical center.
I was able to ride shotgun in the first ambulance and ride up front with the driver down 610 toward Westheimer. What really got me concerned was when the ambulance folks told me that, "Tom, we're going to go to the Galleria and change ambulances." And I was incredulous. I think my mind wandered to a place I don't ever want to think about again. And I started thinking about the unthinkable, life without Debbie. And that was hard.
I have a stroke code.
When you call EMS and you say she's having a stroke, the protocol changes. You are now able to be served by the mobile stroke unit. They put me into the mobile stroke unit where they did a CAT scan, and they confirmed that I did indeed have a stroke, and then they were able to put TPA right into my IV.
It was pretty amazing to me because by the time we got to the emergency room at Methodist downtown, she was already starting to resolve. The faster you get treated and the faster you get rid of the blood clot, the better your chances for a full recovery. So clearly having a mobile stroke unit in the field to go to the patient and take care of the patient real time, quickly, made all the difference.
I remember being in that hospital bed just wondering, how did this happen to me? I was 57 at the time, never had any kind of high blood pressure or high cholesterol. I'm healthy, I exercise, I eat well most of the time. They did find that I have what's called a PFO. And about 20% of the general population have PFO. That is what allowed a clot to travel from one side of my heart to the other side and out and into the bloodstream and to my brain.
You know, we have been supporters of the American Heart Association for a while, even before Debbie's stroke. I remember going to events throughout our lives because it's a great organization that does so much for education and research into all kinds of heart disease. Having lived through this experience with Debbie, it's just become even more relevant to us and more important to us that we spread the word that while Debbie never wants to be identified as a stroke victim, I think she thinks and we think that she can use her story to help others know that heart disease is really an equal opportunity afflictor.
Get emotional thinking about how wonderful it was that they were close and that they were able to be here and that we were able to comfort her and keep her awake. She kept wanting to go to sleep. We were just really praying that she would recover. And so it was just really wonderful that all of those resources were available to her quickly.
Because there was someone who recognized that I had a stroke, because EMS got there so quickly, because my husband was with me, because of the mobile stroke unit, because of the incredible care I got at the hospital, I really didn't feel like I may not make it. I felt pretty confident that I would be okay. About a month after my stroke, I went back in to see my neurologist and my cardiologist, and they both told me, "You're going to be okay. Go live your life. Don't live in fear. Do the things you love. Enjoy life." And I've kind of had that attitude ever since.